I was thinking about one deal in particular where one of my colleagues in the group, who I had been looking at a number of fintech deals with in the previous couple of years, he sends me a plan and he says, I know the founder. I've known for a long time, but I think this company is really too early for us. Okay, it's too early. He knew the founder. The product looked very distinctive and unique. They were attempting to solve a problem of bringing into the modern world old COBOL applications, and how do those applications become web enabled and able to be used in the cloud. And so it looked like a really distinctive product. He also had a first customer, like a big name first customer, right? So my colleague says to me, I think it's too early. I'm going to suggest he come back when he has a second customer, right? And I looked at this and I said, no. The founder, he has a first big name customer. The product looks distinctive, like it has great potential. He should get into our process right away. And so he applied, and we spent, and I mean several people, this was a team of New York Angel people, came together and gave the founder some really good input. Changed the name of the company from what sounded like a tech coding experiment to something that sounded future oriented. It's called Cloud Frame. It had been called Binary Codone, which sounded like it was a specific tech phrase. Went from Binary Codone to Cloud Frame over those months. We encouraged him bringing on a non-executive chairman, a person with greater expertise who was going to join the board, greater expertise, who had huge depth and breadth in fintech, had run businesses of greater size, had scaled them. So a non-executive chairman came in, and we work with him to hire a first salesperson, right? First salesperson. So by the time we closed our round and New York Angels led a significant first raise for this company, a lot of great work had been done. And just about the time we closed, the company was selected to be one of the companies in New York City's FinTech Innovation Lab, which is a well-known program in New York. It's actually now even done in cities outside New York. FinTech Innovation Lab, which is run by the Partnership for the City of New York and Accenture. So this company was one of 10 companies selected to be featured in the FinTech Innovation Lab, and where they got extraordinary mentoring by experienced CIOs and technology executives at major financial institutions, New York, outside New York, banking, investment banking, insurance, the whole spectrum of companies. So that was 2000. I actually was looking. That was 2019. So fast forward 2.5 years later, they've just done a round, a Series A, with a significant investment firm, much higher valuation in 2.5 years. And New York angel investors actually put in more money to participate in the Series A than they had originally. Because as a group, New York angel investors will continue to support their companies, which is very unusual among angel groups. And so we're not done yet. I mean, the company hasn't had an exit. Nothing counts until there's a cash exit. I do not ever count any chickens before they've hatched, using a trite expression. But this really is cool. In about a week or two before we're ready to close, I get an email. We all get an email from the CEO. And he says, Henry Kravis wants to invest in this round. Henry Kravis? I looked at this email and it's like, where did that come from? Well, it turned out that the company had met Henry Kravis, who has since retired from running KKR, and they had kept in touch with him over the last couple of years. Henry Kravis had made some introductions for them to potential companies. And he wanted to put personal capital in. And so we knew there was still a chance it wasn't going to happen. And so the collective decision was not to talk about this, okay? Because if you simply said he might come into the round, that would create a ripple. And you didn't know if the cash was going to show up until the cash showed up. And so there were some great press releases about Cloudframe having finished their Series A with a solid financial backer. And the line says, other investors include New York Angels investors and Henry Kravis.